Oh my goodness, you guys. Are you ready for what I'm about to say? Take it in. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap, September 5th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Oh my goodness. Today's General Hospital. I did it, you guys. I officially caught up, and I'm filming the day of, and it feels so good. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get right to it. At Perks, Andre sneaks up on Anna. They're having a meeting about the diamond. She puts him on a mission. Did he connect the diamond to Valentin? He has information. The thieves were beyond meticulous. Valentin could be involved. Even though they were called smash and grabs, they weren't amateurs. These were pros. By the way, I love the mug planters. Like, they're using Perk mugs as planters for succulents, and I have these amazing mugs, but I don't really drink anything that needs to be drank out of a mug, and I don't like microwaving my favorite mugs because I'm a person who microwaves to boil water when I'm doing tea, which I haven't done in like 2 years. But in any event, I think I'm gonna use some of my favorite mugs as planters. That's all I was trying to tell you guys. Anyway, Anna thinks Valentin could still be in contact with some of his old associates who were jewel thieves. So how did the diamond get to Windermere? Raymond Berlin only bought legal diamonds, and if he did have this diamond, he was unaware of it. Andre wants her to clarify why she's doing this investigation. Honestly, same. It just seems like a little out of left field. She just says she just wants to follow the trail, and wherever the diamond leads, it leads. Cassandra Pierce was someone handling these diamonds. She would buy stolen diamonds from these thieves and mark them up exorbitantly and then sell them retail. And she was linked to some really bad stuff, which is probably why Valentin's never in cahoots with her, because maybe there's a line even he wouldn't cross. And she is in the tax-free haven of Monaco. Kiki and Ava go to Perks. First of all, how dare Ava go there? But also, this was her idea to go out in public. She seems a little wound up. I don't know, maybe because you're at the place where the person you all but killed worked. I have to say, as much as I enjoy this change of pace storyline with Ava and the burn, it bothers me that for months the pill story was meticulously planned out. Clues were left throughout it. It was so built up, and then we finally get to that moment. And then the fallout for it wasn't Ava being punished for her crime. Just a part of me hates that we don't get that closure for Morgan. Because we really don't. Who's being punished for Morgan's death? Julian? Like, really? Kiki wants a relationship with her mom regardless of what she did. And it just feels so much of a 180 from where we were, from Kiki saying, if I find out you had anything to do with Morgan's death, I'll never talk to you again, to now, I know everything, but I want a relationship with you. And I don't know. I guess I just expected something different after the truth came out. That's all. Kiki's nervous for rounds. Should she take notes? But she's so pumped, and Ava's so proud of her, and I'm so excited for Dr. Kiki, to be quite honest with you. Can we see Dr. TJ too, by the way? In Morocco, Nell is arrested. Nina gives the officer a hard time. She wants him fired. And then Valentin comes in, and he has the necklace. He conducted his own search. It was never... Oh, by the way, this is like the morning after. So she spent all night in a Moroccan jail. Anyway, so Valentin says he conducted his own search. The necklace was never stolen. He didn't tell anyone that he was doing his own search because he was afraid of a leak. He found it in one of the makeup artist's bag. Like, just, it had fallen in there. And Dylan's like, really? Because I searched that place, like, through and through. And they just want to be done, though. The officer still wants to do his investigation, and Valentin says something to him in French, and like, honestly, why didn't I take French class more seriously? I wish I would have known then what I know now, which is someone in General Hospital would be speaking French a lot. But whatever he said made the officer back off. Now the investigation's over. Nina says that they're scrapping this photo shoot. It's time to just pack up and get out of here. Okay, so I'm glad we went through all that trouble for nothing. Nina makes arrangements for them to leave. She says there was no makeup artist by the name that Valentin gave. She asks where he really found the necklace. He refuses to give her details. Is this what he meant when he said he won't work within the confines of the law all the time? He says yes, but he didn't steal it. He got an introduction to someone he suspected of stealing it. He wishes he was better, but he can't take his past back. All he can do is tell her about his past and hope she can still love him. She says she can do that. His heart is good. He wants to be good. She says that that's all that matters. but Valentin is wounded, and now Nina's upset that she almost lost him. The necklace was insured. He didn't have to risk his life for it. No one would love her like he loves her, and don't ever do that again. And I'm like, okay, that just kind of like a little ringing in my ear.
It's Doodle, Doodle's walking behind us. There's Doodle, Doodle's gonna keep walking behind us. Doodle, 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 Doodle. It's Autumn. Autumn stopped behind us, 'cause she doesn't like people. Autumn, Autumn, what are you doing?
Well, Autumn hangs out. Nina doesn't want him to ever do anything like that again. Nell took a shower. How many people can say they've been held in a Moroccan jail for a night? Not many, I think. Okay, bye Autumn, we'll miss you. She's taking this in stride. Dylan says, well, look at the bright side. At least now we have a fun full day in Morocco that we don't have to work. Nell asks if Dylan got in contact with Michael about Jason. He also called Kiki and it went straight to voicemail. He hasn't been able to get in touch with her. Nell thanks him for believing she was innocent. He says they have a healthy disrespect for authority in common, and she's gonna go to the spa. At General Hospital, Griffin gets news from Dr. Bench that Maricel's whole right side is now paralyzed. She doesn't have much time, and it's the toughest, like literally the toughest. The parents talk with him. Is there anything he can do? Nothing really. Sometimes these things start just progressing very quickly. He tells them to be with her. They're going to make sure she's comfortable. It's all they can do at this point, and they thank him for all he's done for their daughter. This is breaking him. He makes a call. He calls a priest for last rites. Kiki and Ava arrive. Kiki is going on rounds with Dr. Bench. Ava sees Griffin, talk to the priest, and send him into the room. Ava waited for Griffin. She asks if he'd like to talk or just sit, and she wants to be there for him, and he kind of snaps at her that there's nothing she or anyone can do. Ava goes over to the priest and asks about Marisol. She has peacefully passed, and Griffin feels like he failed as a doctor and a priest. Kiki is on rounds with Dr. Bench. He wants her observations. She's extremely thorough. He keeps her on, and I think he really likes what she's saying. She feels like she's hesitant to give her like her whole assessment, and he's like, no, I want to hear it. Kiki thanks him. She's learned so much already. And turns out the patient he had specifically asked for her observations on, he was shaking, and she was saying it could be a medical condition, or he could have been anxious that there was someone else in the room. More like that. Like that's what she was hesitant to say. So it turns out that Dr. Bench brought her on rounds to test her empathy, because that's one thing that you can't learn. Even though this patient does have early Parkinson's, so it was something medical, it was more pronounced, and they were able to catch it because he also did have anxiety about coming to the hospital. So her observations were spot on, and he likes her instincts and suggests that she continue to follow them. And oh my goodness, I am so here for this. You have no idea. At Finn's, so as I said, General Hospital giveth, and General Hospital taketh away. Finn hasn't been able to reach Curtis since he sent word that he found Hayden, but Curtis is at the door, and there is no Hayden with him. He doesn't know where she is. He found her trail. He followed her and made it to LAX. Hayden called him, told him to meet her at a hotel that was local. When he got there, the room was empty, but she left a suitcase. He opens the suitcase. It's a bunch of Hayden's clothes and the pregnancy book. He looked through her trash and found her passport. She's reinventing herself again. Curtis thinks that this is a message that she's totally leaving behind Hayden Barnes. He says there was a letter propped up against a cactus as well. Finn reads the letter. Basically, she's sorry. She's sorry for the secrets and lies, her inability to trust, for being a coward. He's free to find someone worthy of his love and totally forget about her, forget Hayden Barnes ever existed. Curtis won't leave Finn in this condition, but Finn says it's okay, he's fine. He finishes the letter, and Hayden says that the baby had a complication and didn't survive. General Hospital. Why? Was the complication a hanging storyline because you had to let Rebecca Buddig go 2 years into her 4-year contract? Was that the complication? Also, hi new viewers who may have stopped watching the show out of fear or frustration. You're always welcome here to watch the recaps and tell me what you think below. At the boxing place that I know has a name but I don't remember, Griffin is working out his frustration on a punching bag, and Ava comes in. And like, I don't know, I know she's there out of the goodness of her heart. If I literally couldn't say that without wincing. But I feel like Griffin, okay, so again, these are probably I'll say this to the end. So if you like Ava, you don't have to hear me my Ava-ness, but I'll save it to the end. We're at the end scene. Griffin sees her there. Dylan gets a call from Kiki. She tells him that Jason is out of surgery and in recovery. Dylan tells her that they're headed home tonight because stuff happened. She says she's had an incredible morning, but the phone is breaking up, so they can't really, finish their conversation. Nina patches Valentin up. Anna tells Andre there's no sign Valentin is still involved with the jewel thieves or he ever was. Is she done then? Well, it's Anna. That's your answer. She's headed off to Monaco. Hayden says there's nothing left to bind them together. Let her go. Find love again. Goodbye. Hashtag heartbroken. Hashtag putting my money down on the fact that if she does come back, that the baby's just fine. And then she just said it so that he would stop looking. That's my prediction. And so he's holding the sonogram and crying. So we're finishing up with Hayden. We see her stealing the letter and throwing her passport out and putting it up against the cactus. And she gets up and is still very pregnant. Oh, am I good or am I good? Because I predicted it 2 seconds ago that it happened. And that's why I write my predictions as I go. Because I just can be so amazed with myself when I'm right. So in any event, maybe this is an open door that they will bring Hayden back in the future. I hope so. I mean, I'm not going to apologize for being salty, even if they do bring her back, because I still have the feelings I have and I won't apologize for it, but I will be very thankful and grateful if they bring her back. So now my little rant about Ava. So if you're not going to stay for that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. But if you do want to hear my little Ava thing, then here we go. I know Ava means well. Actually, I don't know that. I think Ava means well. But Griffin, I feel, had something to offer Ava as a recovering patient with a traumatic injury. Whereas, what does Ava have to offer him in insight in dealing with the loss of a teenager or the loss of a patient? She's not a doctor. She's never lost patients. She, besides just being a shoulder to cry on or just someone to talk at, does she have any insight that would help him, or is she just trying? See, I have mixed feelings about it, but a part of me, just give him his space. He just lost a patient who meant a lot to him, and he'll come to you when you need him. Even though he kind of always went to her place and tried to get her to come out, he has professional training behind that, and he never pushed her harder than she was comfortable with. With what happened with Charlotte after the scene, basically, he didn't force her to go back into Kelly's. He was like, you know what, let's go back home and stuff like that. So again, I have my bias, we all know that, and I'm trying to put it aside. That's why I'm kind of conflicted, because there's two sides to it. So if you think I'm just being a little bit too much, then let me know nicely. But if you think that it's yeah, she needs to give him space, at least right now in the immediate aftermath, maybe that's it. It just happened. Give him time. She had time in the hospital. She had time. He didn't jump on her as soon as. So yeah, okay. So thank you so much for watching, if you stayed for the little after show here. I will see you tomorrow from General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.